All of them. All of them. Look under there. Oh.
Hello.
Ah,
Hi.
who's playing? You
FIFA.
watching actual? What am I watching? Oh, yeah, game.
This is my first time going live, so I don't.
I don't really do the whole matching up with people thing. I just want to keep pushing the invite thing. I never done that. Leighton. Is that Leighton Stone?
I don't really know, to be honest. Just my name in it.
Leighton. Just been down to a place called Greenwich today. People will be filming something down there. Don't know what they film. So you're playing that match? Is that a game you're playing?
Yeah.
What are you playing that on? What is it? Xbox? PlayStation?
PlayStation, yeah.
Oh. Someone told me you can get £1 million from Super Mario Brothers, the first edition. £1 million, man. So, if you buy a game, you should probably put it aside. If you're gonna have grandchildren, shit, man, be millionaires. Because, even this, what's it? What's it? The woman thing, you know what I'm saying? Tomb Raider bird. She's worth a lot of money. If you got pristine condition stuff, put it away. Put it away. Who knew? Who knew you could be a millionaire?
There's an old
old
game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just keep it in the box and put it away. Collect it. Are you on Facebook, by the way? They got this whole metaverse shit going on, and since it started, I've been logged out of an account that I've had for 12 years, and then I can't get into it. You have to show them your passport and your ID all of a sudden, and then it keeps kicking me around in a circle. Go to your email, check your email, show me your passport, check your email, and now I can't get into my Facebook that I've had for 12 years since it turned into metaverse. What's that all about?
I don't know. It's just cross links to different.
Is it? I feel like it's just because if you're outspoken on it, they just block you out because they don't like your input because you don't believe in getting jabs. Or it's because Jewish people, they call people that are out for money they're called shysters. That's probably why they killed a lot of Jews, probably because they used to, back in the war days. It's all about banking. It's always about money. So it's shysters. If you call somebody that wants to jab you a shyster because they're just after money, because science is big money, and you just call it out, they hate you and they're going to block you on Facebook and say, you're a danger to the community. But at the end of the day, even as kids, when you get chickenpox vaccination and you go, all right, you didn't have a choice as a 7-year-old, but you still get chickenpox afterwards. The science says, get a chickenpox, get the mumps, get all the vaccines, but you still get it afterwards. and they say, oh, you got to get it because it's going to protect you a little bit. It's just shysterism. It's just a big con. Science is one big fat fuck ass con, and you say it on Facebook, and then they ban you forever. Basically, well, I don't think I'm banned, but they've just blocked me out of it for good. I hate them. Metaverse. They turned it into meta.
Oh. Bollocks.
Hey, well, there you go. Some bullshit. The repair shop. That's a nice job to have, isn't it? Repairing shit.
The clock bearing, which is a sleeve to push a new piece of steel in, and then hopefully it'll work all right. The bush there that fits in there nice and snugly, I just need to drill it out to the right side.
Snugly.
Steel will fit through it and it will swivel on it.
Aren't we all snugly? Isn't it all snugly? You have your nice little thing.
I've just actually glued the divots onto the wood there, and this is the moment of truth.
Ooh, Princess Batter. Who's that? Princess Batter? Evo 10, Evo 5. Tractor Gym. 369, the goose drink 1, monkey went to you when it be good now. 369. I suppose asking, isn't it? Scruffy pugs. What have you been up to today? Oh, I don't know. I went to Greenwich. I went to the Royal Naval College. I was on a.
And just this small necessary thing that
I know. That was informative. That was really enriching. I felt really enriched by that, Alex. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Hello. You're right.
Yeah, how you doing? What's up?
Allah, your connection is very bad one.
It's okay. It's not. It's just good. Where you at? What you having? Takeaway? Where you based?
This is codeine. You know codeine? Lean?
Codeine. I thought that was a painkiller.
No, the
Codeine.
syrup. It's called lean.
Oh, I know. Mm.
Yeah.
Nice,
Ask your viewers
man.
how many views we have.
What? Oh, I think you see how many on average. I've just been banned off
This is
Facebook since they went into
codeine.
metaverse.
It makes... Yeah, say what I. Yeah, but
Oh man, stop bitching and moaning. Keep it positive vibe, bitch. Keep your shit positive. No one wants to hear your negative. You pussy whip bitch, living in draconian fucking science fiction bullshit. Oh, your life is shit. Stop complaining about it. They're just raping you. You're raping all your creativity through all the social media. Stop complaining, bitch. Health warning. Consuming tobacco could influence minors. We limited the ability for others to find your live video for what? Who the fuck is consuming tobacco, you crazy cunt? What the fuck is that? There's just a warning just flashed up on my screen telling me not to smoke. I had a cigarette today and your mum. Like, I haven't had one in like 3 days. What is your fucking problem? Can you smell it? They got smell-o-vision? You can't. You can't. What's that all about? I don't like it anymore. I'm done with social media. We need to go back to the old school. Not even, like, what is it? Really, what is this bullshit? What is this bullshit? I don't need the I want my man. Why not? Scary. Leo. Ball boxing.
I'd be only be delighted because, of course, I shall be passing this on.
Take them all on. Take them all. Take them all.
But part of your history will go with it.
Ain't no You're lighting. This kind
Hello.
of neon. Right. How's it going?
Yeah,
Not
good,
bad.
thank you.
I went out today. It's right. I went into a
Cold.
place called the Job Centre. It's a pub. It's called the Job Centre in Deptford. And the sea was like, they got neon lights and the sea had gone out. And it says job enter. So I went in there. I ain't got no money. So I went in there and went, do you want me to replace the sea? Can I get the job? He was like, I bet you hear that all the time. I was like, I would happily do that job. Because I've got a job I've got to go to the job centre on Friday. And I said, I'll never go backwards. I went self-employed 3 years ago. And it didn't work out. So when COVID come along, it's like, yeah, happy days over the phone. They're like, go back in now. We've reduced all that shit. You can go back in. I'm like, I've already like skipped out of it because I've had COVID 3 times. And
Wow.
I'm joking. I'm taking the piss.
Oh, I was going to say.
I'm trying to get out of it. I don't want to go in a job centre again. Like I said, I vowed I'd never go back in there. I said no. And so 3 times I said I got COVID. And then I'm like, I've got bowel days. And that's the truth. I've been arrested twice during COVID for nothing. Because probably my opinions on COVID. I've been blocked out of Facebook. Since Meta happened, it's because of my political opinions about Facebook. About COVID. I said, day one, I went, Corona's on toilet duck and bleach bottles. So it picks up on a household germ, them little tests. So everyone's got it, even when they got no symptoms. It's a big con. I said, it's a big shyster industrial move. I said that day one, and all of a sudden, since Meta come along, I've been diminished. I can't even get into my Facebook account, and I've had it for 12 years.
Oh, God.
I think I'm a plot to the, I'm a threat to the industrial government plot line.
Oh, God, it's getting ridiculous.
For real, I'm not even joking. I'm a threat to them. My name's Laura Ricknott. Well, obviously it is. If you type in me, there's nothing there anymore. I've had that fucking account for 12 years. It's just disappeared. And I've sent them my fucking passport and it keeps sending me in a loop. And I go, here's my proof. I need to get into my account. And it keeps going around in a loop. So I'm totally blocked out of my Facebook for the first time in fucking nearly, 15 years?
I wondered what you were on about then when you were saying the other, because I forgot it's changed its word, hasn't it? The make of
my
Facebook called that now.
Let me show you that. Look, for this shit, I got arrested last year coming back from Venice. I went to Venice during COVID for Brexit during COVID. But it was just because Airbnb, it was so cheap. It was like Ryanair, 20 quid for the ticket, and it was £9 to stay in them places. So I went there, and when I got back, I got arrested at the airport, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
They give me all this shit. They give you all this literature, and they say, rule number 1, know why you're in a cell. And I'm like, why am I in a cell? And it was like, it was all like extravagant shit at Stansted Airport. And I'm like, plain clothes people. I'm like, what are you doing this for? My elderly parents are waiting outside. I'm like, you're recklessly endangering people and upsetting people now for nothing. Yeah. And it's like, you're sitting there, it's like, well, it says to protect someone. Where's the evidence of threat? And they sit there and they go, we've got this letter. Do you know this person? I was like, yeah, I haven't talked to her for quite some time now. You're talking about over a month. I was like, and if she didn't want me to talk to her, shouldn't she have employed a strongly worded email saying, fuck off? And I said, and if that didn't work, then shouldn't you employ a warning before arresting me at a fucking airport? It was all like extravagant shit, right? And then it's like this year, I got arrested in Bournemouth because they left me on the wanted system. I'm sitting on the beach waiting for my brother. My brother turns up at exactly the same time. I thought they were listening to my phone calls. I was like, what the fuck is it? And I spent 24 hours in a cell down in Bournemouth because of the same reason. Yeah, you're telling me. You make light of it, but I was stressed the fuck. My parents, my mum's going down to, it gives her another excuse to drink. For her health diminishes, don't give her any more excuses to drink. like stress and stuff. So anyway, they sent this thing through the post saying it's been moved to the 6th of December. They keep moving around bail dates, so you're just basically stressing people out, isn't it? So what?
All that
And
over
it's like, no, they're like, I said, what am I in the cell for 24 hours? And then it was like, in your back of a paddy wagon for fucking 4 hours, recklessly endangering your life for 3 hours up the motorway till you get to Bethnal Green, and you're in a cell still for 12 hours. Some, and I'm going to say the word bitch, comes to the window and goes, you know anything about a birthday card? I was like, you for real? A birthday card? Did you have to throw around of your own volition to find that little scrap, you cunt? It's like, what the fuck is it? Is it because of COVID? Is it because of my opinions on social media? Because I've been kicked out of fucking Facebook recently and my bow date's in December. I don't know what's going on, but it's like fucking world's gone mad.
Well, I'm
Don't know what to
surprised
make
it's
of it.
still allowed on here then.
Well, this don't give a fuck, I suppose, because they don't really. It's not a government thing, is it? I know Facebook is. Facebook is governmental ruled.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, I showed, like, I mean, I'm straight up. I showed them my passport. I showed, like, done all the checks. I do all the checks because I just follow the rules. But the thing is, most people are playing with shit technology. What I'm talking to you through is £100 worth of tab shit from Amazon, and that ain't got it. That hasn't even got any security on it, really. Like when people get a laptop set up and they got all their Norton and all that stuff, they have really expensive stuff. They ain't got nothing. This is a shitty little Android. So when I do them things and I send that round to them, it's the easiest thing to fucking hack. I used to go out with a proper little G that was a genius, knew all about that stuff. So what I'm working with is the most basic shit, and half of it makes you feel like you're insecure, like you ain't got fuck all. Like I'm sending my passport and shit to that link, and that link then goes round in a loop, and it's not working and not even letting me into Facebook. It's like you don't even know who you're sharing your shit with. No. It's not even a joke. It's like your whole life being compromised half the time. I don't trust none of it.
No, I don't blame you.
On a serious note, in the meantime, it's like it is bollocks, isn't it? It's all very compromisable, all of it, like the metaverse and all this in all these like stuff. I saw the dark side of it. You know what I mean? When people can hack stuff, they can hack it all.
Yeah.
You can easily get your mitts on your identity and your passport, your driving license. Facebook's asking you to show it through £100 piece of crap with zero fucking security on it. You're going, here, there's my Facebook, there's my passport, there's my driving license. Oh, hey, who's gonna what? You want to rob that? And then there's going to be like fucking decoys of you walking around out there.
Fucking scammers and frauds and God knows what.
My mind's been fucking blown to bits about it. And you're supposed to go about your daily business and shit. I'm just like, I think people are a bit strung out. People should have hardship payments because of all the new stuff and developments and everything that goes on. Because it does test that, doesn't it?
Well, the thing is with all this, I think it's all been based on money. Nothing else.
Yeah. Well, the rich get richer and the poor don't get fuck all.
No, you're right.
People like Zuckerberg and all these people that keep talking about metaverse, and they're trying to make that kind of world where people interact on that level, and they're all using Bitcoin. They'll use Bitcoin instead of real money. They're literally trying to remove the world from the world. And in the meantime, everybody's homeless, in crisis, in the gutter, and needs charity. We just turn our eyes to Mark Zuckerberg. They pretend that's going on. A decade ago, I just come up with an idea, just social work franchisee branding. And I think that's why the police keep arresting me, because they see it as a threat. If you're out on wheels, imagine this, just for a second. Because all the new technology, we've come like light years forward in a short space of time. Everyone has. In a short space of time, we've done leaps and bounds forward with all this stuff. So you're like, can we link it up, intranet technology? But I used to work at Sky putting up satellite dishes, and we used to have intranet. So I'll go to address 18 and I'll go to that job. I thought, if there was a social worker engineer, like treating people like jobs, it'd be like, job, oh, what do you need, mate? Oh, you're homeless? Well, we can look you up. We can hook you up to the big issue scheme that does the the spare room project or the sofa surfing, and we can treat you like a job, and we can make sure you're sorted because we're on wheels. We're like a taxi service out there and about there with a call centre. And it's got a work database as well of health workers and stuff. Imagine this, you're just freeing up the workforces and becoming a bit more like diverse rather than be all about NHS and Bupa.
Yeah.
Make it all about us. Make it about us, the person on wheels. It's all linked in.
Yeah.
Like move with the time. But then that takes away the power from the government. That's why they see me as a threat at the time. Because I've taken this idea to film set, taken it to all the charities around London, Crisis, Streetwise Opera, Choir with No Name, St Mungo's. I took like literally just chat to people about it. I was like, don't you think that would work? Because I could hook up all you lot. If I meet someone on the street, that I can hook them up to you so you can get a meal every day of the week. But then it goes beyond that because you can have the healthcare system in it, and you can just like start using all the technology that's there, and it really fucks off the government at the end of the day because they ain't got people that are visionary. They shrink it down to that. We got the NHS, and it's all about that and trying to control you with the fear and shit.
Yeah.
Why I piss them off. I think I keep getting arrested because I certainly don't think you spend fucking 60 hours in a birthday car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it went from that to then the fucking crisis with petrol, and now the prices of all that's gone up. I think it's all bullshit.
Of course, it's all bullshit.
Money.
I couldn't going on that one. Like, there's a bloke called Graham Hancock, right? Just read one of his books, and he just talks about Peru, ancient Peru, and all the ancient cultures, right? He just says, in their culture, the world has ended 5 times before the floods because they recorded it before written word. So the flood comes along and it wiped out the planet because it did, because it was like basically it was what it was. And then he's just like, this documents it 5 times before that. So every 22,000 years, they think that there's a flood story. That's what we can think in our little pea brains, like remember back to. And then they go, oh, we got to do all this, we got to do all the carbon footprint and all the fucking climate. Who cares about the climate change?
Oh, all that as well now, isn't it?
It's just like, it's as much as, because science, I had this conversation earlier in the pub, like literally this bloke was going, because well, like we've figured out all the carbon dating and we've figured out this. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like philosophy's figured out that we're just vibrating atoms, and this is sort of like basically, what is it? It's a thing bound together by vibrating matter. Like, on its basic form, it's like, it doesn't matter how much you with your mind can look into it and go, oh, we can measure how long or how old atoms are and stuff. That's just within your concept of the dream, but the dream is just held together by a vibration that is a greater God than you motherfuckers. So you're dogmaing us with all this shit about fucking climate and, oh, we're going to stop your flights as rich people and cunts, and they ain't got no concept because they are just fucking humans. They are not God. It's like, let people travel freely. If anything, let down the barriers. Give people more freedom and give them more money and let them fucking live it up. And just have more faith and trust in people. It's like, people don't even want to kids don't even want to go to school these days, really, do they? Because of the new technology, the new information sharing. It's like, with the COVID thing, people be like, oh, we can get it down to that. We can give them a nice little curriculum and teach them at home. So long as they sort of follow a little bit of a formula where they're learning the basics to get them up to speed with communication, then the rest is up to them. Forget even mathematics and stuff. Forget all this tax shit. All the tax shit. Because that should fall away with people's new diversity, like making a nice middle ground between Bupa and NHS. That should all fall away. Fuck them. Fuck the tax system. It's like, there's so much money on the planet. It's ridiculous, though, isn't it? Billions of pounds worth of money.
No, I know.
We're all fucking stressed and stuff. It's like, we should be allowed, like, I mean, I get another book, my brother's got this one, The 4-Hour Working Week. We all want that for ourselves. We don't want to be stressed about money. We've just been groomed and conditioned into thinking it's a big stress. And that's falling away. I can feel that falling away. I think people are getting better, more doper, more cooler. Probably because they've been doing more street drugs and smoking more hash. They said, when you free the weed, you free the nation. That's what the Jamaicans said. You free the weed, you free the nation. And that's transpired. It's quite kind of like a, what they call it. They call it like these things are coming to pass because they've been prophesized. They've been prophesized in Jamaican culture. They've been prophesized. They're coming to pass. In the Western world, people smoking more, and it's becoming okay.
Mm.
And the government know all this stuff. The government are on top of the form. When they took it back in the 90s, they said, "Oh, it's all right, smoke weed." You opened up all these coffee shops around our area in southeast London. I was too young to appreciate it, but I met all the fallout from it, like all the old people that were smoking, opened up coffee shops, and then they all got sectioned and shit, and they all got persecuted because they were freer minded. They just liberated themselves, smoked a load of dope because it was allowed, because it was deregulated. And fuckers got fucked up after that. They all got put in like mental hospitals and shit. So I met a few of them off, like poor fuckers, because that's just like the government's control, isn't it?
Mm.
Like they got to find to make their taxes work and shit. Piss me off.
Yeah,
So you always
fingers
feel
in
that,
everything.
feel
They
that
got their
threat from
fingers in
them.
everything.
Yeah, but it's a bit sad. They should change the program, switch it up. You need to
No.
hello wave at shadow monkey. I've got 7 likes and 1 watcher. Are you the only person watching it? There you go. It's all right. It's nice talking to you though.
Who, me?
But yeah, you got to tap your screen or something. Get them numbers up. How do you do that thing where people match each other as well?
There. 1 minute.
Pauline time. What's that? What is that anyway? How does that work?
What's that?
With zero with 0 people watching, how does that work? Shadow monkey.
I don't really understand this shit. It's just whatever, innit?
I think it's how many people tap your side of the screen or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah, fuck it all. Like the wages should come fast. They like all these people that are doing all this Extinction Rebellion shit as well. Like Boris Johnson meets them every weekend or whatever, and he sits there and chats to it. I get emails saying, "Do you want to go to London and listen to Boris chat?" Like, no thanks. I'm not really bothered. But people do, and it's part of the Extinction Rebellion XR. I'm on their mailing list.
These fucking prime ministers are falling asleep bored shitless in their own fucking meetings.
Yeah. But the point is that twat. I mean, he goes to their things and he listens to them talking. And when they were trying to shut down like the DLR and the tubes and the trains, loads of that was going kicking off all over London, and nobody actually fucking reported it on the proper mainstream anyway. You're like, oh shit, that's happening. That's not being reported because it wasn't. And it's like they were proper trying to close down industrial life just before COVID. So this all just sat hand in hand with it. They're just like, oh, this is nice. We can shut down it all. And it's like they don't talk about that. They just paint it all as that.
Oh, you got these protesters now sitting on the motorways, aren't you, and all that, not letting people through, and
yeah, they get on my tits to be quite honest with you.
Yeah,
like, just shut up.
Stupid.
Shut up.
Very
Like
silly.
let people travel for fuck's sake. If you thought that the world we were living in the end times, right? If you read that Graham Hancock bloke, he says we live in 22,000 year cycles. All true, all of it's true. Like we literally just move around like that. And he says because we move around like that, in the like the world does its thing every 22,000 years in that cycle. He said it's like there's a pressure thing that basically there's too much. It's like a crust shift, like because we've got like layers on the planet. Too much weight goes on. It's like crust shift causes loads of like basically earthquakes, what it causes in the last ice age, where it all melted and shit. He said, but you can't stop it because it just happens as a natural cycle. It's like there's no amount of COVID or cutting down emissions is going to change that if we're living in the last one, which we are according to Peruvian and Aztec culture. And I mean, it does make all of it. It does add. The guy knows what he's travelled this whole world and put together the dots. And it's like in Himalayas, they've got this mountain called the Descent of the Ship. Basically, and it's called the Descending Ship. This mountain. It said that's where Noah put his boat. In their culture, like moored his boat, and it's called The Descent of the Ship. He said, what do you do in that culture? You let off the birds and the birds come back, and then it was like they knew there was land. Identical to Peru, like literally all over the world. They got the same flood story. So it must have been some massive thing. And it's just weird that why did people put faith in all these extremists going, oh, it's carbon, stop your emissions, Mother Earth is screaming, all this
I
shit.
don't believe any of this shit.
I do believe it a little bit. I just feel like people need to chill out on it a bit.
No, it's
like
too extreme.
Yeah, it is totally fucking
It gets
extreme,
blown up.
It's like with the McDonald's and that. It's like fair enough. They do kill too much rainforest because they kill it for cow food and that. But you know, I mean, I tried to cut back on cow, sacred animal in it in some cultures.
That's too fucking much anyway to buy it.
It's a nice animal at the end of the day. In India, it walks around the streets, nearly getting hit by cars and shit, and people be like, sacred cow. And then you get Indians in McDonald's in England just serving it up, and you think, well, they don't care. They don't care about their own sacred cow anymore.
No, it's weird, isn't it?
It is fucking weird. People just like worry about stuff too much. But like at the end of the day, like food is food, substance is substance. And only the human can appreciate the dream state that they're in. A cow can't, a pig can't, any animal can't. Don't retribute people for eating it. Try and cut back on it. Be responsible about it. Eat it like a turkey. Treat it nicely. Don't eat every fucking gorge on it like an American. But you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It comes down to people. You're here to enjoy your time, and people are just making it shit.
No, I know.
There's one watcher for the whole thing. Pauline, what do you do for a living, Pauline? What do you do?
Carer.
Nice. Someone gave me a number for that today. Care work. Look. They call this number. I went into that job place, and this guy walked in and said, call it Bargy Road. I called it, and it's not even a number.
Oh God.
But I do try here and there.
Yeah.
If opportunity comes my way, I do try. It's like I was saying, like trying to make money. Like
You don't work now.
Like I've been with 5 different supporting firms for a decade. Like so, I've been working and work and work. There's work and there's work. It's like that tax. Like I've done some massive films like Pokemon and shit. Worked on loads of films. So I was scraping by sort of thing. And it's just like during COVID, I was like, fuck it. It's over a phone call, so I ain't got to go to the job centre, innit? But I was trying to sell shit, and I found out that this in America is worth £191, well, dollars. Just that book alone.
Bloody hell.
It's worth $191 in America. My brother, he used to do business finance. And then if you download an app that sells or buys books or whatever, they'll offer you £4. Obviously, they're not going to give you fuck all, are they? £4 for that. But that, apparently, if you've got a few grand to spare, apparently that can make you a millionaire. Right, but you need money to make money, don't you? And then it's like, when it comes, LPs, I literally, that bird. I don't know, but she looks like this bird that walks down the riverfront that snorts a lot of cocaine that lives now. She's the spit out of this girl's mouth that literally walks up and down Deptford and Greenwich.
Fuck's sake.
That could be her mum, man. I think I might take that down to Greenwich and just walk around until I bump into her and be like, is that your mum?
I can keep it in the cupboard, it's probably worth a fortune.
Probably, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I went down to the LP place. I looked up on Google one of these, and it said $15.99. The top end was $49.99. I was like, so I put 6 of them together. Well, 6, 7. I went down there and I was like, I'll take this down. I'm going to get at least a tenner. I thought, went in there, gave it to him. And he just sort of, they got the masks on, so they're really impersonal. It's just like, oh, thank you. Goes over to the thing, goes like that with one of them, comes back, goes, oh, I'll give you 250. I was like, 250. I was like thinking, I know that's at least fucking 20 quid's worth of shit, but I can't even be asked, you know. I was just like, yeah, no. I couldn't even string together a sentence because I just saw it coming. You know what I mean? Do you ever get in one of them moods where you just can't bother? I was just like, I feel like I'm clinically depressed, mate. I was like, yeah, I can't, well, I don't really want to carry him with me. Yeah, all right. Put £2.50 for it. Just can't be bothered. Because I found them outside someone's houses and it wasn't even mine. I found them outside someone's house.
All right.
But
Oh, that's
pissed
all
me
right.
off. Well, it's not really. It's not
Yeah,
really,
but
is it? People,
no, but like
couldn't
if
be
you didn't
bothered
have
to
to,
banter.
yeah, yeah,
Banter.
yeah.
I was just like, I saw it coming. I was like, this guy's gonna give me fuck all. Give me fuck. I pissed that one off, didn't I? I was just getting depressed. I was getting depressed about people being motherfucking shysters. Cheese.com. Cheese.com. Well, you know, that's a place you should go to. Anyone want to take me to Venice? Anyone want to take me back here? Anyone want to take me back to Venice to renew my memory of it last year? Because nobody should go to Venice alone. Because it's a romantic city. And I went there alone. But I didn't eat a pizza. And I didn't get an ice cream. And I didn't even go to Murano. Because I thought I'd save the best. Hey, bless me, Daddy's girl, if you're still there, tap the screen, bro. Tap the screen, get your viewers up. Woo.